And then like people have the audacity, the cheek, the gumption, the gall, the insolence to tell these people that they're lazy and they're not working hard enough. Like, can you just imagine? Can you imagine, you guys? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So before I start this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. So how are you guys doing? I'm good. Well, I'm doing okay. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys. I feel like I haven't done like a Bebe's diary video like in 20 years, so I thought this would be a good time just to take a break from the reviews and stuff, and to just talk about something that has been, you know, lingering on my mind for quite a bit. So today I actually wanted to talk with you guys about, actually rant to you guys about the idea that being poor and living in poverty, whether that's absolute or relative poverty, is connected to or is a result of being lazy. Or like the idea that being rich, being successful, having a lot of money, being wealthy exclusively has to do with, you know, working hard. First of all, I just want to say that the fact that this thing, topic, debate, whatever, is even a point of discussion at this point in 2022, I think is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so you guys, I was scrolling through my Twitter page, the trending page, and I saw a video of a celebrity who happens to be a millionaire, or at this point a billionaire, I don't know, who was born into wealth, was born into having connections, was born into resources that a lot of us, a majority of us actually didn't have access to. This person has basically used all of that, all of those resources and all of those factors to create the success that they have today. This person was asked to give advice, well, business advice, to women, you know, who have their own businesses, I guess, or whatever. And this was their response.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Like, I don't even know. Okay. Now, before I go in on this, I want to make something very clear. This video isn't in direct response to this person. I want to be very clear on that. Because for me, at the end of the day, this person isn't the first nor the last person to have this type of mindset or ideology. As influential, I guess, as this person is, depending on how you view this person, for me, there are people that are in much more higher positions of power than this person. People who actually have the platform to make change and have the platform that affects our lives. You know, like people we elect, for example. For me, that's what's more important than, you know, whatever this person said. It is incredibly disheartening that working class folks like us can just be minding our business and we get given advice. Actually, not even advice. We are given incredibly tone-deaf statements like this. According to this thought pattern or mindset, whatever, what this does is like, let's just disregard the fact that there's absolutely no research that I know of that equates laziness and being broke together. I've never seen anything like that. I have never read anything that said that. Let's disregard that people are not even given a living wage. That's if you're even like able to get a job in the first place. Trying to bounce back financially, mentally, emotionally, physically from a global pandemic. If you're living in debt, like student debt, racism and discrimination, not being born into generational wealth with like a solid gold ladle in your mouth, let's disregard all of those factors that I've mentioned and let's throw that out of the window and just simply blame people for the low bank account balance or for them not having enough money. Let's blame all that simply just on them not wanting to work, or them not wanting to work hard enough, or them being lazy. People are struggling, and nobody in their right minds would ever choose to struggle. This has absolutely nothing to do with being lazy, being irresponsible, not wanting to work hard enough. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. So you guys, the other day I was looking up what the living wage was in Metro Vancouver, right? If I remember correctly, it was around $20 to $21 an hour. That wage is just for you to be able to like afford basic things like rent, food, gas, all of that. But you know what the current minimum wage in BC is? It's $15.20. I believe it was $14.60 the previous year, so 2020-ish. So although the minimum wage is increasing, it's not increasing in the same pace or in the same way as, you know, the cost of living is increasing. Speaking of the cost of living and like inflation, like it's so out of control. The other day I went grocery shopping. Well, I can't even call it grocery shopping because I only got like, I don't know, 5 things and it was like almost $50. And I'm like, why? My point of bringing up the minimum wage thing was this. So basically at this moment, people making minimum wage are basically living below the standard. A lot of the times people are forced to get second and third jobs. And you know how we live right now in this side hustle culture where you need to have some type of side business or side thing to do to get like supplemental income. So basically working even more than your regular job. I think part of the problem is people don't realize that it's gotten to the point where being able to afford basic things has become a privilege. Not having to work more than one job has become a privilege. Not having to pick between being able to pay rent or being able to pay for groceries. Like even being able to save money like every month or whatever. Even that has become a privilege at this point. And let me tell you something, you guys, like being completely honest, I feel like I am exhausted all the time. Like I don't even feel like I'm running on human energy anymore. I'm just a shell of myself sometimes, just scurrying around trying to do what I can, but I just feel like sometimes I'm not here. You know, like how, you know, hamsters go like round and around in a wheel, but like like that's honestly how I feel like my life is sometimes. I only have one job, so I can just imagine someone, you know, having to have 2-3 jobs just to like make ends meet. I can just imagine the toll that would take, just not like, and stress, and just not even physically, mentally and emotionally as well. Like that has to be absolutely exhausting. I think this whole thing of like telling people that they're being lazy or they're not doing what they're supposed to do or they're not doing enough, I think where this is coming from is that low-key people are frustrated, especially people who are ultra wealthy and depend on working class people to make them even more money. I think where this is coming from is the fact that people are waking up and they are tired of being exploited. People are waking up and realizing that they are worth more than working 50 plus hours a week to get paid 2 shillings an hour. It's really funny that when, let's say, like the government steps in to help, like what they try to do with SERB, and people are like, you know, having benefits, you know, and offering people like financial support when they actually need it, that's being lazy. Them taking that support is them being lazy. But it's not lazy when, you know, large corporations, the ultra rich, when they get like government aid and get to like not pay taxes at all, that's not lazy. That's just, it is what it is. Like it's not anything. Nobody blinks. Nobody thinks twice. about that. When it comes to actually helping everyday people, it's always like, but where's the money gonna come from? Where's this gonna come from? Where's that? But we have enough money to allow huge companies and corporations not pay any taxes. Now, I'm not an economist, and anybody who knows me knows I don't do numbers. Now, if you ask me what 8 times 6 is, I'm gonna need some time and some fingers to count, but I will get there eventually. But I'm not a numbers person, but what I do know is what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. And that whole thing doesn't make any sense. But back to the video I showed you guys. For me, celebrities, what their thoughts are on some things, especially when it comes to quote-unquote working hard and, you know, becoming wealthy. For me, a lot of the things that they say, they're quite inconsequential because their lives are totally independent from mine. Actually, from a lot of us. I get more upset when things like this are coming from people who actually are in a position to make actual change. People who are in a position to make the lives of working class people not have to be as hard as it actually is, yet they choose not to. For me, that is the bigger issue, and that is what is the most problematic about this entire thing. It's very easy for a lot of them to think this way because the empathy for a lot of them is not there. They're incapable of thinking outside of their privileged bubble. They're incapable of that. Listen, if you have a lot of money, I'm not saying that it's your responsibility to help people. You do whatever it is that you want to do with your money and whatever wealth you or your family or whatever has acquired throughout the years you've been alive, whatever. But I feel like the least you could do is leave people alone. The least you could do is not to make not only just tone-deaf statements, but dumbass statements. And I just want to say this again in case it wasn't clear before. People aren't lazy. They're fucking exhausted. People are not working hard enough. They're overworked. And when you say people don't want to work or they're not motivated, of course we're not. When you work hard for every single thing that you have and you still feel like you're below the basic standard, of course you're gonna feel like shit. This dusty ass narrative of, you know, what you're doing is not good enough, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're not doing this and you're not doing that, it needs to stop. I mean, even just basic common sense. If you're broke, the harder you need to actually work to not be broke. Like, it just, like, it's so stupid. And I feel like sometimes, I don't know if it's just like trolling and trying to get people's attention. I don't know what it is, but it just needs to stop. Anyway, you guys, I'll leave this conversation for now. I feel like I've rambled to the point where I'm not even making sense anymore. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I just wanted to remind you guys to please take care of yourselves. It's tough. I feel like a lot of us are just struggling, but we're doing our best to just keep going. So I support you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!